Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. Ryan, how are you doing today? Oh, whoa! Hold on. Wait, no. Everything's broken.
I can't even believe you, Neal.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Dicing with Death. Ryan, what's up, man?
Not much. Doing well.
Excellent. How's your week been? Couple of weeks
Uh,
been?
we played. I guess it's been a couple weeks since we played Dicing with Death. I talked
Mhm.
to you this weekend, but
Yeah, but that was very informal.
yeah, it's been good since we last were on this show. I don't know, lots of traveling.
Yeah, have you been?
Been
You went to a couple of weddings, didn't you?
no weddings. Good try though. Good guess. That's if I guess Considering my yeah
hmm
you yeah clearly a gamer. That's a good guess. No, it was Portland for Julian's birthday, which was
Hmm.
fun. And then basically straight to Phoenix for a conference, and then
What did you
yeah,
conference?
what did I conference? It was the Materials Research Society (MRS) spring meeting. But I like parachuted in for a day, gave a talk, and
And then ran
shot
away.
myself back to Seattle. Pretty hectic week last week, but this one's off to a calmer start.
Very cool.
And stoked we blowing off some steam, play some D&D.
Like it. You should hear forest music right now.
I do.
Perfect. I'm glad that's working today. Yeah, so for me, the last week has held almost finishing up Frozen Frontier planning. So that's going to be launching. I think we're doing character creation on May 7 and the first episode on May 14. Is that what we decided? No.
Definitely on the 7th.
Is it the 7th? I
I
think.
don't know that we've scheduled a second episode, but
Yeah,
character creation on the 2nd.
7th.
7th. Yeah.
Character
7th.
creation on the 7th for Frozen Frontier, which is going to be pretty sweet. We did a weather system planning episode on Sunday, which is somewhere in the VODs on Twitch if you're interested. That would be
It was
Sunday the 23rd for those of you on YouTube who are getting this late. If you're interested in Frozen Frontier stuff.
the official launch is that was basically just a planning stream with the cast.
But it was good to get everyone
and,
together. I'm pretty excited for this cast. It's going to be good.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be fun. No, we were talking a little bit about it before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting hyped.
Oh,
I'm sure the viewers are too, but it's so much anticipation.
Mm-hmm. Well, enough of Frozen Frontier. Let's talk Mama B. We don't have a recap for today, which is more of my fault than anyone else's, because I told Layla and Chris that they didn't need to worry about the recaps because Dicing with Death is going to be so sporadic from here on out. And they're also going to be moving over to Frozen Frontier recaps as well. So what happened last week with Mama B?
Last
session.
2 weeks ago, last session, yeah. Mama B continued to unite and spread the kobold tribes. I think last week we played out the big fertility ceremony, the birthing ceremony, whatever you'd call it.
Mm-hmm.
Not fertility, but yeah.
Yeah.
The baby shower, where we were showered with several litters of kobold pups.
The great baby shower.
Yes, the great baby shower of 1509.
Mm-hmm.
And then with all of those, did we wait for them? Or maybe I think the young pups will be rejoining us along the road or something like that.
Yeah,
because
it's
we
going to take
cast.
them a while to reach maturity.
Not
It normally
not
takes
a
them
super
16
long
months,
while.
so instead of 16
I mean,
months, it's 1/5 that time.
yes, but they have been blessed with the momentous maturity of Martha, so they should be
They should be full
aging
grown
in
in
record.
12.8 weeks.
And there were some that were young that were
Right.
already, yeah. So
Those
those will be. I
younglings
think
are
there
going
was
to be ready
some
pretty soon.
trickling in as soon as 5 weeks. I think we said.
Yep.
But with our bolstered numbers from 2 additional moon clans, moon tribes, which maybe these ones haven't been fully brought into the fold yet, but we
The
have
bad moons and the stinky butts.
Yeah, the butt sniffers. But not quite moons yet, but they're sniffing around the edges of joining the moon clan.
Uh-huh.
So what are we running? We're like 6 tribes strong, kind of a little bit on the warpath. So the climax, I suppose, of the last episode was the big fight with bad bads. Who are these bad bads? They were big ones. We're going.
Oh yeah, big ones.
Yeah, way bigger than big bads. Look at you! You got to keep your eyes on your own glossary here, Neal.
Well, no, because big bad is not a thing. It's bad bad.
Well, yeah, I just made that one. I just made that one up, so I can. So a big bad can be whatever I want it to be. Yeah.
Okay.
So we went after the big ones last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slew about 6. Mm-hmm. For those of you that do not have access to a Kobold to English dictionary, a big one is an ogre. And we kobolds, we killed 6 ogres with 1 or 2 casualties. It was pretty insane.
4 ogres. No, 5. No, it was 5 ogres with 4 casualties, or it was supposed to be 1-to-1, or it was almost 1-to-1.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty good. We
swarmed their cave and tore them to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think we're sort of slowly making our way west, where there are some big lobs and goblobs and another assortment of bad bads making their way up the. Well, I don't know what us kobolds call it. I don't think the kobolds call it Smuggler's Pass, but yeah,
probably just like home.
And yeah, where do you want to pick up?
I want to pick up maybe a week later, after everyone's had time to lick their wounds and quite literally lick their wounds.
We'll be in fighting shape in the morning, but I think we're sort of waiting for our reinforcements to catch up. And this is a bit. I mean, this is like how many? We're running like almost 100 kobolds deep at this point. What's our war party looking like?
Let's see. Your tribe has 17 adults, plus the Red Moons who have 29, plus the Long Paws who have 18, plus the Wet Furs who have 47, plus the Stinky Butts who have 54, and the Bad Moons who have 23. You guys are up to 188 kobolds strong.
Yeah, so we're slowly slinking our way west through the hills. We probably, so there's probably a long trail of. I don't think it's as organized as having like an army with
and I would say about half your forces are left back at the various bases. You know, you want to keep your
those numbers are adult.
Those are total adult numbers. Yeah, so you're going to want to keep some of your currently fertile kobolds back so that they can keep reproducing for you. And you need some guards with them and some gatherers and hunters. So I'm going to say about half your army is with you.
Yeah.
So 188 divided by 2 is 94.
And there are reinforcements coming in the next weeks, right? As the young mature, they will be sort of migrating from our main cave, which is that orange box if we're looking at the map, or red box. That's the moon territory. Mm-hmm. And that's where all of our young, I think, are being housed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I definitely do want to be known that we have patrols. Like of those, of the 88 being left at home. Mm-hmm. They don't all stick to their little territories. Like there's got to be there's something going on in these woods. Okay. Like at least right. There's probably at least a dozen kobolds that will be patrolling that.
Sure. There's also other kobold tribes in these areas, so this region over here probably has other tribes that live in there that haven't quite joined.
That's fine. That's fine. I just want to make sure while we're off here dealing with the bads coming into kobold country, that the humans don't get any ideas.
Yeah, there's a sorcerer out there who might stir up some shit, so you got to keep an eye on him.
A sorcerer? Is this a thing?
Joris.
Okay, that's the kobolds would know of this sorcerer.
Oh God, no. That's out of game.
Yeah.
To link it with the other campaigns, this Copper Hill is where Joris lives, and this is all taking place in the same time frame. So.
Sure. So yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. I mean, my plan is to slowly move west. We'll probably Mama B and like the vanguard of the army will probably arrive at Smuggler's Pass within a couple of days, unless we hit anything along the way or news changes.
Okay. Well, let me get my big bowl of dice, because all real DMs keep their dice in a big bowl.
Dice salad.
Mm-hmm. It's actually my popcorn bowl that I've reappropriated for dice. My ancestral popcorn bowl that's brought with me all over the world. Okay, it looks like there are no random encounters for your couple of days journey on the way to Smuggler's Pass.
Cool. So I think we'll probably set up this army at the pass. I'm actually gonna. Let's see. What's the average kobold tribe? I guess I can look that up.
35.
35. So we're bigger than the average tribe. So I think we're just gonna set up for the next couple of weeks. So these squares are 5 miles, if I recall. Which is for an average kobold tribe, the territory of an average kobold tribe,
I take
right?
that back. 35 is not the right answer. It's probably 45. Before you guys were almost before you guys were almost completely wiped out, it used to be 95 strong was the average, and now it's 40-20. So 42 is the average size these days.
You're giving I meant like in general, like the. I'll look it up in the Monsters Manual. Like the average encounter group, I think it's around 20 or so. Is what it's like 5 HIJK. K is for kobold.
We should totally do a kids book on how to learn the alphabet with different monsters as each letter.
Oh no, okay. So kobold encounter is 5 to 20, but the average tribe has 40 to 400 adult males. So I guess we're barely a tribe as a whole.
A is for Ankh. B is for Beholder. C is for
I feel like
Cockatrice.
This exists.
We could make one.
So I'll use this
dragon.
This orange circle can be the army.
E is for elemental.
And the army is going to kind of set up territory in Smuggler's Pass, probably concentrated on like these hills, and see if we can find some sort of temporary base. And sort of set up patrols in the area, scout things out, see what's going on, see where the goblobs are at. And I think reconnect with the Bad Moons, who are in this cave not too far off. See how things are going over there. What are you looking at?
Fear. G is for goblin. I'm going to be lost on this for another 5 minutes. Hold on, guys.
Write your children's book in your own time, Neal.
H is for hobgoblin. I is for Ixeltachi. That'll be a fun one for the kids to pronounce. Okay, all right, I'm done. For now. I'm coming back to this on the break.
So, DM, can I just continue to move my pieces for days and days without you playing at all?
Yes.
Can we just
I was not
to
paying attention to a single thing you said. I was looking through the Monsters Manual. I'm a terrible DM.
Okay. Well, since you didn't declare any encounters, the kobolds have taken control of Smuggler's Pass. There are no bad beds in the area. I'm checking back in with the Bad Moon tribe. How are things over at the Bad Moon tribe? Oh, everything's great. We got this massive palisade wall constructed, and our human slaves are happy and loving their new slave life. Everything's great.
All right. Well, the Bad Moon tribe has finished the wall. Their human slaves are working out fairly well. The charm spells did a pretty good job, and it seems that the humans have kind of taken to this lifestyle. Because they got to work for a few hours, but the kobolds are just as lazy as the humans. And if the humans can distract the kobolds at all, then they don't have to work. And then they just get to like lounge around outside in the sun.
I think the humans
out.
are kind of running. We got a weird Stockholm syndrome thing going on here, where the humans are kind of running the show, and in the construction of this palisade wall, and probably bossing the kobolds around and demanding snacks while they're working.
But they're still working. So they know they can't mess around too much. So.
But compared to I guess a couple of them were adventurers, right? But compared to like the farmer and his wife, or whoever the first two slaves were, this is probably like a vacation. They're just hanging out here naked in the woods. They work a couple hours a day. Kobold, bring me snacks.
Yeah, it's an interesting lifestyle for these humans. It's something they've never done before.
Sure, they've been stripped of their clothes,
but that just frees them to be real humans. None of this vanity or this shame that comes with clothing. They can just be themselves. Good life.
All right. Do we want to involve the humans in the war effort? I don't think so. But we'll see. They're in that area if we need to do any heavy lifting out in the pass. So what is going on in the pass? I mean, I
in Smuggler's Pass, what's happening?
Yeah. Are my scouts bringing back any reports? How many days has it been since?
So you guys are camped together near the Bad Moon tribe. The real problem with your army size is that you can't stay put for very long, because the hunting required to sustain those sorts of kobold numbers kind of depletes an area fairly quickly. Animals will just leave. And the ones that don't leave get killed. So you have to stay on the move in order to stay alive, basically.
Yeah. That is not a problem.
Yeah. So you guys are hanging out near the Bad Moons one day, resting while your scouts patrol the areas. And by the end of the day, you sent out maybe 4 groups of 3 scouts each, and only one of them comes back.
I think we roll much deeper than that. So I don't think
how big are your scouting parties?
No kobold goes out in groups of less than 5. The average is probably groups of 10. We're cowardly creatures. We stick together by nature. No, so there's 88. So I think those 88 have probably broken into groups. Roughly. Oh God.
There were 92, but whatever. Yeah.
And then four died, maybe. That sounds right. Anyways, there's probably about 4 cliques, right? There's the moon, there's the moons, and then maybe 2 fractions within them. We basically got So each tribe kind of sticks to themselves, and no tribe is less than. Yeah.
Okay.
Right? And no clique is less. So yeah. So anyways, I assume it's still the same
a bunch of patrols. And
Mama B's probably got her posse of another 8 or so.
Right. But one of the patrols from the Stinky Butts doesn't come back. They were headed out to Smuggler's Pass, or whatever you guys call it, and they just don't return that night. Now, it's possible that they just got lost, or it's possible they've been captured or killed, or, have joined up with another group, but they just don't come back.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that night Mama B will get her crew together and go looking for them if they don't come back after dark.
Yeah, the darkness falls, and they're not back.
Yeah, how many days has it been since the big one fight? The fight with the big ones?
5 days.
5 days, okay. So so it was probably 3 days or so to Smuggler's Pass, 1 day back and forth for Mama B to visit the Bad Moon Cave.
Yeah.
and then back to Smuggler's Pass. So we're probably temporarily camping out on one of these hills here.
Yeah.
The majority of the war party, been hanging out there for the past 2 days with groups of 5 to 20 heading out intermittently. Okay, and this night you said it was the butt sniffers, right? The stinky butts.
The stinky butts. They're not the butt sniffers.
All right. So I think what was the name of my lieutenant? The with the
Nimrod.
Nimrod and his two-handed sword.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll head out with Nimrod and then probably whatever Mama B's posse at the time happens to be. 16 other kobolds. So we're
Nice.
I don't think it's the kind of thing where Mama B specifically asks for 16 kobolds, but she heads off to go looking for the missing butt sniffers, and about a dozen or so kobolds follow after.
Okay. So you guys head out in the area of Smuggler's Pass, looking to find your missing members. Can I get a perception check from Mama B?
Yeah,
specifically.
I just want to finalize my spells real quick before. Actually, it looks like it was just 2 changes. Does this work? Does it work? It does work. Cool. So there's my spell list, and then I will roll a perception check for you. Perception is 13. Or the 14 for a total of 27.
And it is opposed by much, much lower. So you guys are headed out, your whole group, Mama B leading the way through the dark woods, but you guys have infravision, low light vision in this system, so you can see fairly well. When you notice up ahead a ways, there are a few creatures, large-sized, not just large to kobolds, but large to humans even, that seem to be working something out of a net trap.
I sniff the air. Usually we set the net traps.
Usually.
Is this kobold work? Can I do I know that if we've got this area trapped, or is this something else?
No, this is definitely something else. It could be a different kobold pack that set the trap.
You said it's a large creature.
It is a large creature.
So it's dark. I don't think kobolds have infravision.
You do have some low light vision, yeah.
Okay.
We're
can I
basically making you Canaanids, so you're.
Can I tell what
vision?
Can I tell what this large creature is?
Why don't you give me a charisma check to see if you can tell what subrace of large monster it is?
Sure. Is it bipedal?
It is bipedal, yes.
Yeah.
30.
30.
Yeah, you definitely
Humanoid.
snag it. It is a big glob.
Yeah, sorry, I'm using all these technical terms. What kind of bad is it?
That's a big glob.
So it's
7 feet tall, big floppy ears that hang down, various sorts of armor that they've pilfered from other people, and nice sharp weapons that they've made themselves or stolen from neighboring civilizations.
How many of them are there?
You see 3 of them right now working.
And this is the first of the goblobs we've seen in this area, right? We came to Smuggler's Pass expecting there to be goblins, but we haven't found them yet.
No.
Well,
instead
we just found
big
them.
globs.
We just found them.
Yeah.
All right, we are gonna ambush the shit out of these big globs while they're distracted with whatever mechanism they're distracted with. So I think you need to cue up some battle music, and I'm gonna get a surprise round on you, I assume, and
I think
we'll go from there.
So let's do a quick different battle map. That's not this one.
And then this. Leave me with a couple of the kobolds.
Right. I'll need to clone some kobolds, probably.
In the past, I think we'd done...
We've done groups.
Groups, yeah. I think...
Trying to clear up the crap. Here we go.
So I think let's So
many do you
there's
want?
each of those will be a group of 5, and then I need myself and Nimrod. So I can just copy these for myself and Nimrod. Is that cool? Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh,
All
you
right.
can control all of these, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And I'm gonna need big globs of my own to play with. Um,
Cool. So the one with the heart will be Mama B. The one with Well, Nimrod doesn't have this many swords, but all right. And then the others will represent 5 kobolds each. And I think we come up to them like in our whatever group, our mob, and then I'm going to give the command to circle up, and we're just going to pounce on these guys. Mama B will cast prayer before the kobolds leap into action. Oh, you're still building the map?
yeah, it's gonna take me just a wee bit to build the map. I bring some assets onto the screen and toss them around a little. Nope, 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 nope. Da 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 da. Do do do. Really should just make up a whole bunch of maps ahead of time that can just be dropped into any situation.
Yeah.
My only problem with doing that is then I feel like we'd end up playing on the same maps over and over again. There's like 6 maps, and every time there's a battle, it's like, oh, welcome back to this map. I think I know the optimal strategy
I think
now.
if you devoted, you could do like a stream, like an hour-long stream a week, and keep ahead of yourself. I'm sure. Like how
Maybe.
you could
I mean,
knock
these
you
maps
could knock
take a
out
few
like
hours to make if you want to do them well.
then don't do them well. I mean, you just do this together in a minute and a half. Like you could spend 10 minutes on a map, make 6 maps, do that once a week.
I suppose.
I'm sure you could stay ahead of the number of battles that you actually draw maps for, or that aren't specific battles, right?
All right. So we've got these big lobs over here. There is some sort of net trap between this trio of trees.
Mm-hmm.
And so the 3 big globs are over here.
Yeah. So roll
playing
a
with the net.
Yeah, can I have you roll a surprise to see if they're surprised? But I think in either case there will be like an ambush
We've already
type
determined
round.
that you have surprised them. They failed their perception check to notice you, and
Oh,
you
they're
notice them ahead
far.
of time.
They are quite
the
a ways.
scale is wrong.
Oh, can you make
Yes,
it to
I will
scale, or
adjust
tell me the scale,
I will adjust the scale.
or tell me how far I am away, like how far away it is that
Try
I
it again.
spot them?
There we go.
Okay, 50 feet. So we can move. We can charge even an additional. Yeah. So kobolds will be charging in this round with the benefit of a prayer spell.
You have an ambush set up, so
Yeah.
you get a
You
free
wanna play-
round, and then I'll roll for surprise to see if they are surprised on top of the ambush.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I thought you said they were already.
Well, this is an ambush. Yeah.
There's the music. So, are you going to roll a surprise for me?
Well, why don't you give your ambush, and I'll roll surprise for the next round.
They're automatically surprised for the ambush.
Okay, so an ambush is separate from surprise. Like ambush means you get a free round on them because you're all ready to go.
That's what I'm. Do we get a bonus during this?
You will gain. Oh, I see what you're saying. You gain the benefit of them being surprised, so you get a +1 to hit against them.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So Mama B gets her prayer off and emboldened, but I think the range is way more than 60 feet, right? The
prayer range.
Yeah.
looking it up. Where's second level spell?
I third level. I'm probably looking it up faster than you, so I'll let you know. Oh, maybe not. There it is. Prayer, 60-foot radius. So yeah, Mama B will be within 60 feet when she'll walk forward a few feet, cast the spell, which will, yeah. So Mama B's in these woods, and I think this is probably the first sign to the. So there's my pinging my prayer from there. It's not going wide, but it's 60 feet. It catches the kobolds. And the bad baths, who will probably feel a tingling on their spine. The hair on the back of their neck stands up. They maybe hear the whispering of Mama B's prayer.
Oh yeah, they don't even get a save.
No, they're just -1 to hit. My guys get +1 to hit, and then they hear the bushes rustling around them, and before they know it, there's just kobolds flying out of the bushes, flying out of the trees. One group of 5 at each of them, so those will be our D20. I get +1s for. They're not all back attack. So we're gonna do overbears. They're
Okay.
not.
So an overbear is 1 attack, and then they get a bonus on the strength.
Yeah, bonus of
4.
4.
1 for each.
Actually, I'm just gonna do regular attacks. Actually, I think that's probably the more effective way to do this.
Okay.
I'll roll our 5d20.
And you're getting
+1 for the prayer. Some of them will. And then we'll probably do 1 back attack, 2 back attacks, 2 side attacks, 1 front attack, or something like that.
I don't know if you're going to be able
order.
to do a complete surround like that on all of them. Why don't we say 2 back attacks, 1 side attack, 2 front attacks to...
Okay,
they're going to try and face whoever they can as best as possible.
Yeah. So...
the first 2 will be
so
back, second, third will be side.
Yeah, +1. I'll let you include surprise, or should I include?
Sure.
So we're getting +1 for prayer, +1 for charge, and then the +2 for charge, and then in the order that you just said. So the
back, side, front.
Yeah. So the side gets an additional. Oh no, the +3 is not even included in those. So the 13 and the 14 should hit on this first one.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Oh, and I think prayer also buffs damage. Let me double check that though.
Please do double.
Gain a +1. Yeah, to all attack and damage and saving throws. So there's 2 on top of that.
God.
So this first one up at the top takes 7 points of damage. Doing the next one, same deal with back, side, front. Ooh, nice. Those are a lot more hits. So that's 1, 2 hit, 3 hits, and then 1 crit.
Hold on. Let me roll some HP here.
So this will be 5 times damage dice, +4 for day, right? Are you gonna give me the thumbs up, or should I just start rolling damage on the second?
I was rolling HP for the bugbear, so I was looking at other stuff.
Okay. So we got
20. So the first one is 2 hits, right? Ping the wooden one that you did the first attack on.
Okay, so this one top here, 9 damage, because I forgot to include the
nice.
Prayer.
The 16, 15 are hits, 17's a hit, the 20's a crit. So
Yeah,
1, 2,
so-
3, 4, 5 times damage dice.
Yeah. Ooh, not a 13 damage.
Okay.
And then the last one, that one to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, looks like only 1 hit there. So that's just a D4 +1. Oops, plus exclamation point. Oh, so that should be 2 total damage.
Okay.
And then Nimrod will come in. It looks like no, he's not going to go charging in. So he'll come up and hit the one that was most wounded, and was also happened to be closest. Can he get in for a side attack, for a flank attack?
Yes.
Ooh, 11, not including surprise.
Nope, not a hit. Including
So
surprise and all that stuff.
13.
Would be not,
Yeah, these guys are armored. And then now we're going to roll for initiative.
Well, first they roll for surprise. See if they're surprised this round or not.
Okay. Well, I mean,
because the other one was an ambush. They're not surprised. Let's roll for initiative. Let's just do it as groups. So I'll roll.
I don't like that at all. I feel like that penalizes me.
No, I mean like each bugbears have 1 and each group of kobolds
Okay.
1.
Cool. So okay, so kobolds get +3. Small creatures are still at 3.
Yes,
for
but
initiative?
they use their weapon initiative.
They are.
They're using melee stuff, right? Just hands.
Not. No. on average, most of them had shivs, or not most of them, but a good portion have spears.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a few axes in there.
So let's just say
Maybe
5 then, because they're smaller creatures, so they've got.
But I'm rolling
weapons.
at d4s to damage. I'm just going to do 3, because they're rolling as unarmored. But I think they're
I
not.
see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I think they have. So they have d4 weapons. But
Right,
they
their
are
claws
weapons.
do d4 anyway, so we're just saying they have weapons instead. So let's not penalize them with initiative. So
because they're kobold-sized spears. So there's 1, 2, 3. Nimrod has a long sword, which is 5.
Yes.
10, and Mama B will be. Let's go. What is it? 2. Sorry, just a second. Let's just go in for a. Now, a club is not very effective, is it? Sorry. I think Mama B's better off healing. She'll plan to heal with an Orison, whoever goes down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's 3 as well, but I'll have to double check Orison. Okay.
Okay. So the
So
upper
there's all of
kobold, upper bugbear goes first at 5. No, I'm sorry, not 5. 7. You don't beat a 7, do you?
No, we rolled pretty slowly.
Okay, so
Pretty
he's going to
poorly.
make an attack with his axe and a punch with his shield. So penalty to hit with his axe. But a natural 19 is still going to hit. He brings his big, scary axe down on a kobold for 4 points of damage. And then makes,
3 HP, so at -1.
yeah, and makes
then
a shield punch with his offhand, which is a miss. And then the next one goes at like 13.
No, okay, yeah. So we are all going to go first. So Mama B is going to step forward, and Orison, actually Mama B does go after some of the kobolds. So we're going to go top, slower. I rolled too many, didn't I? 1, 2, too many. Oh no, that's a D20. 1, 2. So one of the kobold groups goes. This one on the most
there's a kobold
wounded.
that was missing underneath the guy as well.
Yeah. 5d20s. This guy hasn't gone yet, so am I still getting surprise or getting?
No surprise. And they're gonna face you to the optimal position. So one kobold can
No
get back.
charge, and 2 can get side attacks.
Right.
Oh,
Wow.
That's this guy's going down.
Yeah, he's got 15 AC. So that's 2 crits and 2 hits. Which one are you? This is the bottom one?
The bottom one, yeah. This guy, there's no way he survives this.
No,
so
he only had
1,
4
2.
HP left anyway.
Oh yeah. It's like 5 times damage dice.
Yeah.
All right, and then up next, Mama B approaches this group, which just lost a kobold, and Orison's him.
All right, bringing him to stable.
Yeah, and then I think the next will be this group on the far side.
Mm-hmm.
Are 5d20 plus 1. Ooh, a crit and a critical miss, and then I think 1 hit.
13 plus 14 is a miss, and that's the one that's.
What are these
front,
guys?
So no.
What are these guys wearing? Are they wearing metal armor?
They're a hodgepodge of things.
I guess so. They've got a
comes out to
shield
AC
and
15. Yeah.
So I guess if you're doing hides with the shield, there's no other bonuses in there. I don't think so. That's just 1 crit.
1 crit. Mm-hmm. That's on the side.
Oh yeah, it's only +1 actually. There's only the prayer isn't doubled. Yeah, so
that's this guy
5
on
points
the side,
of damage.
Right?
Yeah, the guy. Yeah. Yep. And then I guess all of them go, don't they? So I'll roll the top one, right?
Mm-hmm.
40, 20. All
One
right,
hit. 2 hits.
Yeah, because that middle one is a side.
Yeah.
Is 19 a crit?
No, 19 does not.
Hold
crit
on,
by 5.
Hold on, but it's isn't it back, side, front?
Oh, right. That would make that a 20.
So it is a
wouldn't
flank. So that so it should be a 20.
So that's a hit and a crit. So 3 times damage dice. 34 plus 2.
10 points of damage on top.
Oof.
So this one's been hit 2 rounds.
He drops and dies.
Cool. And then Nimrod, he just decapitates this ogre. I don't think he's smart enough
to move forward to the next guy.
Yeah. I mean, he may growl at it, try and get its attention, and saw the head off of its friend. But I don't think he's brave enough to face it down.
Okay. The remaining bugbear goes, and as he does, you also hear the sound of 2 more bugbears crashing through the woods coming after you guys.
How far can I? How I should hear them. I guess there's a battle going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how far off I hear them, but anyways, roll. So you're gonna roll for that one bugbear that is in range.
Yes. And he's going to take a swing with his mace, his axe. He's doing the two-handed or two-weapon fighting again. But
-1 to hit.
Yeah, he still rolls a 17 -3 for dual wielding and stuff. So he hits. He hits for 8 points of damage.
That kills, bringing it to -6 is enough to kill a kobold.
Right, we're saying kobolds die at -5?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, and then his shield comes in with a 13 -5. That's a miss. Yeah. Oh, +3 for Thaco. 13 -5 plus 3 is an 11.
You included the prayer and the -5, 3, 11. I think we're still assuming my kobolds are just gonna have 10 AC.
That should be
some of them have leather. There's a few shields, but I think on average.
Then we'll say 50-50 leather or shield. Roll me a d6, 1, 2, or 3. He's got leather or shield, and it'll be a miss.
All right. So
that's a miss.
Okay.
And the 2 other bugbears do a half move. I guess they do a full move until they can see what's going on, but then they don't engage the fray this round because they didn't see what was going on. They come into nothing.
Yeah, they see Mama B and the crew there that has brought the ogre down and are
bugbear. Yes,
stabbing into its unconscious corpse.
All right,
let's roll initiative.
Yes,
let's do Mama B first. Oh no, Mama B! She's casting Entangle, but it's going to go off way late. I think she's going to tell.
You go at 9, 10, 16.
Yeah, and okay, so kobolds going counterclockwise. Oops, it's going to be D10 +3.
With the D, please.
Yeah. All right, an 8, a 6. And a 7, and then Nimrod on a 9.
Okay. 8, 6, 7, 9. All right. Well, you guys all go first, I suppose. The first kobold goes at 9.
Yeah. I think they're gonna.
Goes at 9.
Yeah, I think this. Okay. Oops, that's Mama B. So this group is going to prepare for a second ambush, I guess. I don't think it's going to be effective, but they'll go scurrying up a tree and ready attacks to leap out of it at the kobolds as they come within range. If they come near that tree,
right.
And then these bottom ones will join in on taking this bugbear down. So this bugbear gets fully surrounded by 2 groups of kobolds. I think can a full 9 hit him at once? I think there's enough spaces around a large creature.
Definitely.
And then we're again going back to front. So I think the first back attack will be a crit.
The 15's a hit, and that's it.
The 12 should total to 15, including back
one
attack
for back, one
plus
for prayer. Oh, two for back,
2 for back, 1 for prayer.
Yeah. So
it should be 2 hits and a crit.
Yes.
4d4 plus 3 points of damage. Oh my goodness, 9.
Oh, that's exactly his remaining HP total. He crumples to the ground in a bugbearian hunk of flesh.
All right, Nimrod, seeing the new bugbears approach, scurries behind this tree, or hearing maybe dragging a bugbear head with him. Maybe he hasn't gotten it all the way off yet.
Mm-hmm.
And leaving Mama B to be the first one between the bugbears and the kobolds, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
So the next one goes at 9. The first one of these guys goes at 9.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to step forward and go after Mama B.
He sees this little kobold
casting a spell.
Yeah.
And he's going to make a swing with his axe. 12 and 3 is 15 to hit.
They weren't within the 60. Yeah, Mama B
No.
has 14 AC.
All right, he
I
whacks
would.
Mama B, interrupting her spell and dealing
This could be the end right here. I
9
don't know how
points
much.
of damage.
Jesus.
He's not making a shield punch.
Mm-hmm.
The other bugbear. You don't speak bugbear, do you?
I speak Goblob.
Okay, then
speak a
you can
smattering
hear
Goblob.
some. If it's a smattering of Goblob, you don't understand it. Then.
I mean, I've got a language slot in Goblin.
There are
So
some words
mechanically, I
that
speak
sound
Goblin.
familiar. Something about killing. He says as he turns and flees into the night to the north, leaving this solo one down here.
Yeah, Mama B would withdraw on her initiative.
Sure.
Spell interrupted, so she'll pull behind this tree to lick her wounds. And I think we're gonna go to like another round of initiative.
Yep.
So that my kobolds can leap to action. So Mama B again. Going first. What is a healing initiative? I think it's 5 for a
healing spell. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 for a healing spell. D10. So there's Mama B. Gosh, so slow. And then that kobold in the tree, I think, is just continuing to ready in action. They'll get in better position, I guess. They'll all 5 of them, or 5 or 4. It's 5. There's one unconscious one, I think, that Mama B is dragged behind this tree as well.
Right. So there's 4.
So there's
and
4.
Nimrod.
Yeah, there's 4 in the tree. Nimrod. Yeah. So they're just continuing to prepare for ambush behind the tree. The other 2, I will go ahead and roll initiative for. 4 and an 8.
All right. The 4 goes first.
I think fangs dripping with big glob blood, emboldened by the magic coursing through their veins. This group here just goes charging ferociously at the new big glob.
Okay.
They're yeah.
They
got
go
the blood.
berserk.
They got the bloodlust in them. Can they charge that distance?
No, you need at least 30 feet to charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did need to be way back. Roll us some hits.
Ooh, 2 critical misses, 1 critical hit, and 1 regular hit.
Yes, sir.
Are we ignoring critical misses and just do?
Yeah. And we're also ignoring critical hit effects. It just slows things down too much.
All right. 8 points of damage.
All right. The big glob is wounded but not dead.
And then the second group,
Yeah.
the 8 goes before him, right?
Yes, it does.
That's 4 more kobolds fully surrounding this guy. So there's 9 kobolds all around him.
Oh my god.
Miss. I think the 13 maybe is a hit.
13's well, maybe you guys are surrounding all the way from the back. Do me another
This is the
D6.
second-
50, yeah.
This is the
50-50
second
chance
group.
that 13 can be in a...
No, hold on. The first
he only needs
5.
a
The
flank
first.
hit.
So the first 5 would what we've been going with is back, side, front. Right.
That was on the surprise
Back.
round. Post surprise round, it was
Oh,
back,
yeah, you're right.
side,
It's
side,
back.
front.
So that's even better. So back, side, front. That leaves more back attacks than that leaves 1 front, backs. But front will be last, so that is a front attack. The
So that's only a
14
is a miss then.
and then what another? But the 12 has to be there's 2 backs in the second group. I think the 12 is a back attack.
Right,
One,
so that's 12, 13, 14, plus 1 for magic is 15 is a hit, so 1 hit.
yeah. D4 plus 5 more points of damage.
Ooh, nice shot. The big glob is wounded. His turn comes around. He was going to escape, but he's surrounded by kobolds now. He grits his teeth, realizing the end is upon him, and the only thing he can do is to take as many of these monstrosities with him as possible. So he's going to dual wield. He's going to make a smash with his axe, which is a 12 plus 3 is 15, which is a hit on something. For 10 points of damage.
Phew, there's no way a kobold can survive
way.
that.
And then knowing the end is upon him, he's bleeding from all sorts of wounds, scrapes and significant jabs into his flesh. He does the most damaging thing he can think of and attempts to just fall on a pack of kobolds and crush them with his weight. So he's going to belly flop 2 kobolds together.
How
So why
is
don't
that?
you give them both saving throws to see if he
Okay.
can not jump on them. Saving throws versus death, I guess.
Do they get Mama B's saving throws because they're fighting with her? Okay, that's definitely what. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
That's one
one
pass.
yeah. So
So D6
he,
falling damage or something.
yeah.
Both of them.
Well, the one that passes doesn't get any.
Yeah.
The one that
Yeah.
fails is going to
I mean,
take
yeah.
6 points of falling damage on a D6 as
Oh,
the
one.
bugbear crushes him.
I think Mama B may be able to get to him in time, but next round in time. But we'll see.
Right.
So the end. Does that finish the bugbear off or no?
That finish it. No, he's still alive.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative, but he's probably just
Mama
gonna
B
die.
gets a cure moderate wounds off on herself. Oh,
Ooh,
the light of
nice.
Martha flows through our blessed matriarch. She just the wounds knit over. She's back to full.
All right, initiative.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna not really matter. He rolled a 9 and 7 for his axe is 16.
So there's Mama B.
And he's prone on the ground, so you guys are getting +4s to hit
There's
him.
a 5. So I'll do the first.
We don't even have to. You guys get +4 to hit him, and he's at 5 HP.
Okay.
He's surrounded by 7 kobolds, plus the
Right.
ones in the trees and stuff. He just gets shredded.
Okay. Well, Mama B gets an Orison off on that kobold that went down last round. Actually, I even got a healing proficiency, but Orison. Get him back stable. And I think the battle's over.
Yeah.
So kobolds begin the looting, the pillaging phase of warfare.
All right. This guy is carrying all sorts of interesting stuff on him. He's got actual weapons, steel weapons. He's got axes, actually brass axes. He's got various bits of armor and some pretty things on him too. He's got like this scroll rolled up with all this really fancy, elegant writing on it that looks really important and cool. He's got various bits of cloth on him. He's got like some silk handkerchiefs. He's got some nice purple fabrics. It looks like a purple undershirt that he was wearing under his armor, which is just a fabulous color for you. And little bits of coins. He's got maybe 40 copper, 10 silver, and also 10 steel coins.
Whew. Tell me those coins again.
40 copper, 10 silver, 10 steel.
40 copper, 10 silver, 10. Cool. Do you want to give me a count on the weapons, or do you?
You killed 4 bugbears, so there's 4 axes.
Bugbears.
Yeah. These are medium-sized battle axes. So
okay, so kobolds can wield them two-handed.
Yes. But we are just about at our breaking point.
Yeah.
So while we're
Hold on. Can you finish telling me all the? You said they also had shields, but those shields are they're probably like tower shields for kobolds, right?
Yeah, they'd be too big for kobolds to use.
Okay.
And armor is oversized.
Any sidearms?
Yeah, I would say that each one of them has a knife or a dagger on them. So 2 knives, 2 daggers, or 4, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
You can call them all daggers if you want.
I guess this is just gonna. I mean, I think this is adding to the whole kobolds deal D4 with weapons, or our kobold army at least does. The armor will also be pillaged. I don't know. I mean,
it's way too big for you. It's sized for a 7-foot creature, but you can go ahead and take it.
So it'll be dismembered and recycled. So one kobold may wear like a giant pauldron that covers like half of its, like half of its belly and the one shoulder. Or like scraps will get cut off and repurposed.
Right.
It's hides, right? So I think kobolds in the Monsters Manual have like 7 AC or something like that from an assortment of leathers and whatnot, which my kobolds have been getting 10 AC. So I think this will start down the line getting recycled the better AC. I think that's it for now. I think we're good for a break.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break? And when we come back, we will see what happens with Mama B and her minions. See you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.